Hey, what's going on, guys? We're here for another Driverside chat, and so I want to follow up my last video, and that was a user, Clay on YouTube, had mentioned, could you make a video about mainstream, stuff not going mainstream that is good, pretty much. And so I made that last video, and I kind of just gave a little thing about, the corruption in the music industry, just kind of brief, touch the water, kind of makes you aware if you're not sure. And so I wanted to share with you kind of a couple artists, maybe a few songs here. There's so many that should be on mainstream, but I have a couple of big ones that I think you should know. Now, it's no surprise that I'm a huge Aaron Watson fan. It's no surprise that I like Chris Stapleton or Sturgill Simpson, but those guys pretty much should be on mainstream. But there are a few that maybe you don't know that are huge, but maybe you don't know them. And one of the first ones is Cody Johnson. This guy is a honky-tonkin' rock guy. I mean, he is so good. And he's one of the first, artists that got me hooked on Texas country. Now, he played at Rodeo Houston recently, and I saw reports he left on a horse, which was so amazing. I guess he kind of had trouble not crying because it was so emotional, because this guy, has absolutely blown up, and you gotta know this. He's so good. And I think one of his songs that you should know, he had this new album, Gotta Be Me, came out, I think it was August of 2016, and it's a fantastic album. And a song that would do so well on the Billboard Top 40, the country chart, is With You I Am. I encourage you to check that song out. He is known for a wide range of styles of songs. He can do some, fast-paced stuff, that is really fun, like a dancing song like Dance Her Home off one of his earlier albums, which is one of my favorite songs by him. But With You I Am is definitely a more like emotional love song, and it's the type of song that has some depth. It's not some like quietly strumming on a guitar. It's got a nice sound to it, but it's got substance, and that's exactly what we want on mainstream. Absolutely. Cody Johnson, check him out. The next artist that I think you should know is Zane Williams. Now, Zane Williams, a lot of these guys I haven't seen live. Again, I'm out of Massachusetts. It's hard, and a lot of the concerts that come up this way are during the week. But Zane is someone that I would really, really like to see live. He has so many good songs. He's got the Bringing Country Back album recently. He's got a lot of good songs on there. And he's got one that talks about being away from family while you're on the road, and that's While I Was Away. Now, that's a song that speaks, I've talked about similar songs before, but it talks about being away and you're missing your kids, and life goes on. And whether people realize it or not, whether you're an actor, whether you're even a truck driver, really, if you have a job, no matter famous or not, where you're away from your family, that's hard. If you're a family person and you love family and you want to be around them, but you're paying your bills, and let's face it, guys, if you're a musician, especially at these levels, while there is success, you're paying your bills. If you don't sing, you're not making money. So that is true that they have to work to pay their bills, and life goes on. And I thought that song is one that deserves to be on mainstream. It's so true with so much of what goes on in this industry. So check that one out. Zane Williams, While I Was Away. One of my favorite groups is the Turnpike Troubadours. Now, they are like a powerhouse right now. These guys are unbelievable, and they're coming to Boston in April, and I'm gonna try to see them. These guys it's Evan Felker, I think is how you say his name, and he is the lead singer, and his voice is it's unique and it's fantastic, and they have so many good songs over all their albums. Long Hot Summer Day is a good one. Every Girl, 7 and 7, Down on Washington. They're so good. Bossier City, maybe I didn't say that right, but that is an awesome, awesome song. But what do? There's no beats here, guys. There's no drum beats, none of that fake crap. They take traditional fiddle. They take all of that stuff and they combine it and put a fresh take on country music. And let me tell you something. For anybody out there that you don't know them, do yourself a favor. You need to get over yourself and the fact that Luke Bryan is country. He's not. He's not real country, okay? Maybe he was at one point, but he's not anymore. Turnpike Troubadours are in a position where they could truly shake up country as we know it. You do not get that big by making mistakes. They have literally put their own take, their own like interpretation on country. That's what you want. That's what you want to do as an artist, and that is exactly what they've done. This is a band that doesn't even need mainstream help. They are getting so popular, and with good reason. For those out there that think that this music that I listen to is somehow like guys with no teeth listening to it, not even close. Go look at the band pictures. There are young, I'm not just saying, but like attractive people there too. There's older people there. That's the misconception that I think people in New England have. And there are some that do not think that way, but a lot think, oh yeah, it's not on the radio, so that's the type of stuff I wouldn't listen to. Wrong. Guarantee it, you'd love them. Fan-freaking-tastic, and one of my favorite bands, Turnpike Troubadours. So there are some other artists you may like. Now, female artists are something that is incredibly lacking, whether a lot of people realize it or not in mainstream. They're, the Kelsey Ballerinis of it, yeah, they've got maybe a good voice, but it's not really country. It's pop country, which, hey, if you like pop country, no problem, but don't market it as, oh, that's country, so that's all you're getting. No. If you like Casey Musgraves, which I'm a big fan, I liked her before she was mainstream. That song Tonight with Josh Abbott Band is one of my all-time favorites. You probably like some of these other women. Now, Flatland Cavalry is a band that, unreal, they're like a Turnpike Troubadours, but we'll talk about them another time. Kaitlin Butts is someone that you need to know. She sings with them at times. Her boyfriend is Cleto, hopefully I get this, Cordero. They're a couple, but she has her own career, but they do some songs together. A Life Where We Work Out, what a song. That is right up there with Tonight with Josh Abbott and Casey Musgraves. That is a woman who is going to be making some waves. She also does the song Don't Push It, which I really enjoy. You have to check her out if you like female artists. She's awesome. So thanks for checking this out. What I'm going to do is, this is just a brief overview. I could go on and on for this, and there's so many artists that I've listened to. So I'm going to start with that list. Maybe I'll make this a thing where every so often I come out with a little list as I find them, but that should get you going. And these are artists that are really starting to make some waves in Texas, and I think that they have an ability to reach far beyond that. Kaitlin Butts is in her early stages, but guys, Turnpike Troubadours, Cody Johnson, these guys are starting to tour up here. Some of them have been touring, so don't think just because you don't hear on the radio they're not big, because I'll tell you this, a lot of these artists that I listen to have larger online followings than some of your beloved bro country and poppy artists. So think about that. This many people, no radio play, and we listen to them to a larger degree. Guys, tides are changing, baby. We'll see you next time.